Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a fantabulous couple in love that loves playing some Final Fantasy.
Yeah, we do.
Final Fantasy 16, our first Final Fantasy game. Really enjoying it. And you can get early access to our playthroughs over on Patreon. Links in the description of this video. You can also get that here on YouTube. Hit the little join button down below. Be a month ahead on our gameplay there. Yeah. You wanna do this?
I want to do this.
Okay.
That night 5 years ago, we destroyed what for many was a symbol of hope. For a reason they'll never know. We cannot blame them for thinking us the cause of their misery. Though it's to give them a better tomorrow, they see only that we've made their lives harder today. Yet the boil must be lanced if it is to heal.
I can't help but wonder if we've made the right choice.
When Sid said that he wanted to create a world where we were free to choose our own path.
Toro's keeping watch.
I honestly don't think it mattered to him if that choice was right or wrong. Only that it was our own.
I miss him.
A world where we can live and die as equals. That's what he wanted. What we want. And that's why I bear his name. It's why we've all chosen to bear his legacy. And I'm not going to let anything stand in our way.
Rides over, lovebirds, home sweet home.
This can't be the same place, right? This is like the new hideaway?
It's gotta be.
Because like the other place was like underground.
After you. Let's go and see him.
Never a dull moment.
Welcome back, Sid.
What do you think,
Otto
Joe?
will want to know what happened in Cosness. I expect he'll be in the mess.
All operations are suspended until...
There you are, Clive. Word of your adventures arrived this morning. Victor sends his thanks.
I doubt Kupka will miss the force he sent to catch me. Not a single one of the bearers we saved showed any interest in coming with us. No one seems keen to join hands with an outlaw. Any news while we were away?
None worth mentioning. Gav's still off keeping an eye on the Republican army.
Gav's still around.
Should be back any day now.
Understood. If anyone needs me, I'll be in the map room.
Still can't work that one out. There must be better places than the hull of a gutted airship to bury your nose in a book.
Yet this is where she's chosen to be. And I'm sure she has her reasons.
Any place is a good place to bury your nose in a book.
I'd trust I'm not intruding.
Back from your mission? I'm beginning to think your habit of surviving cannot be attributed to luck alone.
No, got skills.
One might say the same of you, Vivian Ninetails.
I'll have you know that
Yeah.
only 4
Cool name.
attempts have been made on my life, and none was especially memorable. So, to what do I owe the honor? Could it be that you've come for one of my lessons?
Sure.
Is that so hard to believe?
Very well then. Shall we start with the state of the realm?
Oh,
To
history
absolutely no
lesson.
one's surprise, she finds herself at the mercy of armies and outlaws. Well, mostly armies. Though that's not for want of trying, is it, Clive? But the real question is, how did we get here?
Now it's a history lesson.
Long ago.
Sanbreque's dominion over northeastern Storm has endured, recent days have seen the Blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the crystalline Dominion, an altogether easier target possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor. A nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly, there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins. The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind. The Holy Empire, the Dhalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yaran. Who will be left standing, I wonder, when the last drop of blood
Big political
is
game.
spilled?
Now we've done the icons and
You were born in Twinside.
all the magical stuff. Now it's time for the
Do you not
political
fear for your
intrigue.
home?
Oh, dark clouds are wont to gather over the Dominion. Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed, I am confident she will remain. Now, as to the matter of payment for today's lesson, complete a simple errand for me and we shall consider ourselves even.
Even. Right.
Return this volume to old tomes in the shelves. Tell him it was, adequate.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit our resident historian, Lawsman Harpocrates.
Now that is a name I have not heard for a long time. So long, in fact, I had half forgotten it was mine. Welcome home, Clive. You were missed, as always.
I believe this belongs to you. Vivian asked me to return it.
She said it was adequate.
Ready?
Yeah, deliver the message.
Our resident scholar devours books faster than young Tet does lemon tarts. Would that I could do the same. But alas, I no longer possess the necessary constitution for such indulgence, either in words or tarts. That said, I have continued my search for mention of the creature you encountered at Drake's Head. But without access to the great libraries of Oriflamme or the Dominion, I regret that I have been able to find little and less. I am sorry.
Well, that's
Please.
disappointing.
Don't apologize. I'll send word to our associates. See if they can't furnish you with more books.
I fear it is not more books that I require, but the right ones. Mayhap we look in the wrong places. There are still libraries to the north.
I'll see what I can do.
You know, I got scavenge books for you.
There are not many in this world who would indulge the whims of a tired old historian.
Clive's good people.
Not too tired to go filching Kupo nuts, though. Always got a pocket for him. Nicks him off the Moogle.
Hush now. We all know there's no such thing as Moogles.
But we talked to them, Uncle.
The twins seem well.
Aye. Yet they laugh far too little for one so young. The loss of their parents weighs heavy on them. However well they
That
hide
8 on
it.
his chest.
Titan
Like
took
Infinity
much
Symbol.
from us that night.
That's a
From
good question.
some more than others. And the wounds that remain, they are not quick to heal.
Which is why we must give them all the time they need.
That we must. Just as I must give you the time you need to recuperate. Good day, Clive.
Good day. Gav will be back soon. I should get some rest while I can.
Not back a blink and you're already off solving everyone's problems. It looks good, Clive. Goes well with the scowl.
I'd had that brand for so long. I'd forgotten what life was like without it. What it was like to be myself. And it's all thanks to you, Talia.
The scalpel did most of the work. Ah, before I forget, a rider was here with a letter from Gav. Otto left it on your desk.
Otto stole us. All right, I'll have a look.
And then you get some rest.
I'll rest when I'm dead. The oath. Created the day Clive pledged his allegiance to Sid. This crystal shard transfixed with twin daggers is a powerful reminder of a promise made, a friendship forged, and a legacy inherited. The reading table. Reports, letters, and other important missives addressed to Clive are delivered to the reading table in his chambers. New messages are always arriving, so make it a point to check the reading desk upon returning to the hideaway. The Republican army marches on the Empire at Twinside, and the men of the Rock have been summoned to the front. Something big is brewing, I reckon. I'll see you're done to wear upon my return. Gav.
Okay.
What does Gav have to say?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kuka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that. This is our chance, the one we've been waiting for.
Gonna take him down? Take down Koopa Trooper?
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Chill.
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
Well said.
Yep.
He did. He was there. It wasn't an illusion. I heard him call out to Ultima. If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does. To a world without mother crystals. To That's it.
Yeah.
And so the North is lost.
I knew that the blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more. The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
No. Keep fighting the good fight, Joshua.
Yep.
Might seem like it's in vain now, but you're doing good.
And I mean, even if it was, better to keep fighting that good fight than the alternative.
My apologies. I didn't mean to.
You interrupted wine time.
Not at all. We were
Sacred
just
time.
discussing strategy.
Is that what they're calling it these days?
It's Martha from the inn. She's gone missing. Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
We gotta find Martha.
Very well.
Wait, you're just gonna like be like, oh, this person's missing, but that's okay. I'll see you in the cafeteria.
See you in study hall.
What would make Martha leave the rest?
I know I just got here, but any more messages?
You're very good at always checking for messages, babe.
I was told. Very clearly instructed. Seems like a lot to...
Clive was beaten by a curtain.
Yeah. You can't master your icon until you master the curtain.
Batman, it was doors. Ethan, it was ladders. Clive, it's curtains.
What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in Rosaria started a fight over at Martha's Rest. Blood was spilled, bones were broken. The usual. But somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished without a word to anyone. And that ain't like her, Clive. Something's not right.
Agreed.
Do you think this was planned?
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastpool, the Empire's been tightening its grip round the Duchy's balls. They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne, conspiring to restore the House of Rosfield to power.
As they should
The bastards
try to.
have turned their attentions to the pallbearers meek enough to stay put. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing, complained that it was getting harder and harder to take bearers in.
And now she's missing. If she's fallen into the hands of the Empire, we could be next.
Couple of curse breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should help speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is, you might end up having to save their asses and all.
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
Sarah. I saw a green exclamation point. I don't see anything regular. Go talk to somebody. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, but I don't see like how to get to it here.
It's outside the hideaway. Yeah,
Okay.
you'd have to go exploring for it.
What happened here?
Come on. We need to find the others.
I'm sorry, Sid. We were too late. The Imperials have already left.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon. The boys from the garrison might still...
Let's get you to physical.
Sid? What said you'd be coming? I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help.
And Martha's a friend.
And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials descended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Sid.
You do the same.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
Hey, we just want to talk. You know, you back up. I'm not trying to be creepy.
Turtle!
You won't back away from me. You love me. Don't you, boy? Yeah.
I'm surprised his whimpering didn't wake up Bucky.
No, Bucky is just out. Okay. There we go. Might be a little bit of overkill for this thing, but okay, you won.
Look. Up ahead. Martha, are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something. Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
The Black Shields?
The bastards caught wind. The abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds. Poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
At least they could help you out in the end.
They may still be alive.
They're pretty much on death's door anyways.
Do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
If you need, I can send Torgal as an escort. I don't want to, but I will.
Ooh, he's got the look.
Black Shields. This is some sort of twisted joke. There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all our citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the Empire.
I was gonna say, your memory of Rosaria is not the same Rosaria now.
This one.
There's some sparkle stuff to your left.
Thanks. I'm not here to hurt you, birds.
I mean, we would like to befriend you and maybe be able to ride you or something.
I hit you guys here. I'm here for one thing.
Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
The abbot, maybe.
Oof.
No.
Where the fuck are they?
Damn it.
Track them and kill them.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Oh, good.
You came to us.
Murderers.
Way to make it easier.
They drove the bearers to us.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offense.
I'm not colluding with them. I am them.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
No, they don't.
This won't take long.
Oh, yeah.
Have fun, baby.
Yeah, I don't like the circles much in this one.
I mean, we have fire projectiles, so that's fine.
Yep, that's satisfying. And then there's this. Satisfying.
Good job, baby.
Satisfying.
Is that all of them?
I think so.
Yay, level up.
I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive. The abbot.
The bearers died protecting him,
Yeah.
calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true. The Black Shields will return. The cuttings will continue. Rosaria will never be saved unless we save her. Tell Matt to beg his aid and tell her this wasn't her fault.
I shall.
Don't worry, she'll get Sid's aid.
Sid, where are you? Sid!
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive.
He's not alive anymore.
He's gone.
We've laid the abbot to rest, but the bearers, they didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Riddick's jump. The currents there are swift. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting. I'll get someone to...
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
See to the Imperials. What are we going to do exactly? I mean, I'm fine with like flaying their bodies, and, you know, showing people what happens when they mess with my friends. But we don't need to fight. I don't like spiders, but we don't need to fight. Don't mess with me, I don't mess with you. Good boy, Torgal. We're getting further away, but I think there's a way
Yeah, you gotta go around. Yeah. That's from last time.
It's a long way.
Yep.
What are you?
Oh!
What the freak is that?
Have fun, beautiful. Okay, notorious marks. Every now and then, Clive may encounter creatures larger, faster, and more ferocious than most. While flight is always an option, defeating these notorious marks can earn him not only renown, but also rare materials that may be used to craft new gear or upgrade existing items. Kick their ass.
I mean, he was kind of like a psycho, so...
Yeah.
What am I saying?
Who knows what goes on in the eye of a tornado? Nice, get him. L2D, switch your other ones.
Thank you. I kept hitting L1 by mistake.
I can't go on.
Oh shit!
Okay, so don't be inside his circle thingy.
Okay.
Good job, bud.
Nice.
Dodging.
Didn't notice that time.
Good job, baby. Good job, Bert. Keep it up. Nice. Whoa, way to go.
Thanks. That was fucked.
Oh, by the skin of your teeth.
Fucking hell.
Way to go, baby.
Well, because I was in the middle of my like special move that I was like, all I can do is like go forward. I'm like, oh shit, get out of here.
Way to go.
You didn't see that coming.
Well done.
Okay, thanks. That was intense.
That was very intense.
That must be the bridge.
But this is Sparkles.
So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
As in she's hurt really bad, or?
I mean, she was definitely hurt.
She's bloodthirsty. Ooh, press that and you can travel straight to her.
No one survived then?
No.
I'm sorry.
You did.
Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you.
I mean, they were dying
But it
anyways.
should have been me.
They would have
This
died.
was all my fault.
It wasn't.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago.
You were just hopeful.
Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And that's a fair
In ordinary
thought.
times, you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot make sense of her actions.
And picking what goes
Evil,
on in that
spiteful
woman's
person.
head's a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening.
I like you, Martha.
Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers.
I didn't realize Stolas was a word for like owl.
I didn't either.
Because Stolas
Makes
is an owl
sense.
in Helluawas, so it makes sense now. We're like, oh, okay.
Okay. Didn't realize that like black blood was a thing that you would.
What in the world is going on?
If you don't mind, Sid, I'd like to stay here with Martha. Just until she finds someone to guard the rest, that is.
Yep.
Don't mind at all.
You're a good man, Cole.
Martha's a stout soul, all right. Anyone else would be out cold after what she's been through.
Mm-hmm.
But not her.
We'll return to the hideaway as soon as we've finished our ministrations.
Good man.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Try not to move it from the carriage. Don't only make it worse.
Oi! You there! Don't just pass me by!
Okay.
You handy with that sword of yours?
Yeah.
A little.
Of course you are. Bet you're a bloody marvel with the thing. Now, question is, are you willing to use it or not? Because a flock of noble chocobos are in need of help.
Okay.
Chocobos.
You heard me right. Wild birds? Hmm? The big ones? And not just any chocobos at that. Whiteheart and her flock are the bravest birds you ever did see. They protect travellers round these parts from bandits and the like.
Chocobos.
That's nice.
Fighting bandits.
It's true.
Yeah.
Why?
Chocobros.
They saved me from a gang of footpads only yesterday. Nasty lot they were too. And now they're back, looking to settle the score. Oh, go on then. Don't just stand there. Go and help them.
All right.
All right.
There's a
Reluctantly.
good lad.
Where can I find these chocobos?
But this is a plus sign, Clive.
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. The rotten scoundrels were driving the poor things towards the old dock. It's a dead end, that is.
Helping animals is definitely our mission.
Whiteheart and her flock, you hear me? There ain't a pluckier bird in all the world. She's a hero to us locals. And don't worry, you'll know her when you see her right enough.
I'm sure I will.
And good luck to you. And give those no-good bastards a hiding from me.
For picking on animals?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with pleasure.
Whiteheart. That's quite a name for a chocobo.
Chocobo feather.
A white feather. I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds. Looks like they went that way.
Hey, Scorpions, let's do this. That was very satisfying. I'm not gonna lie.
Good job, Toro.
What a fine hound.
You too, Jill.
I mean, Jill, I'm just gonna say, like, in the last fight, you shot something and it was way off the mark. Whereas, like, Torgal consistently comes through, so.
These chocobos
You're powerful.
aren't going down without a fight.
Work on your aim a little bit.
They're in trouble.
Do you see them somewhere?
Yeah,
oh,
there.
right here they are.
We got you cornered, Feathers.
You did.
Didn't think you seen the last of us, did you?
They're about to.
Bad for business. But I reckon someone will pay good coin to mount your head on their wall.
Mount your head?
Around here they won't.
Yes.
And why's that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off. Or better still, how about we hurt you both?
You can try.
All right then. But don't say I didn't warn you.
Nice. You can't go that way.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that was because this guy's got like some sort of instant kill that I needed to get like out of the circle.
No. That's just like the place you can't go anymore. Good damage. Oof. There you go. Nice. Boom. Well done.
Thanks, bud.
You're safe now.
Well, shimmy.
White heart, I presume.
Don't worry, Torgal. I'm not going to replace you.
Do you know her, boy?
Is she yours?
That scar. It couldn't be.
No way. Oh, he said he thought she was the only one.
Ambrosia.
Oh.
It is you. You survived.
Oh.
And you found yourself a flock.
I love her little butt shimmy.
Boy!
Reminds me of Paimon.
Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
So this one's mine, you see.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mount. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Something like that.
Oh no, sorry. I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who you are. You done right by me.
Ambrosia's so happy.
Where's it go?
She wants her master back, I reckon.
No. She's like, come on, hop on.
Told you. And it seems her pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. The lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right where you are.
Okay, where are you going? How long do we gotta wait here?
Get a saddle.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, she looks badass with the eye patch too.
Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
A few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old Whiteheart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry, we'll get along just fine without her. You hear that, Whiteheart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my cart on the road, didn't you? No, that can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Yeah.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be the excitement getting to me. Silly sod that I am. Pay me no mind.
Okay.
Anyhow.
Forget this encounter too.
Away. Good luck to the both of you.
Thanks, buddy.
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
Just the shimmy. The Ambrosia shimmy. Chocobo unlocked. Chocobo. Okay, so let's tell us how to use it. After 18 long years, Clive has finally been reunited with his faithful steed. Hold R3 while in the field to summon Ambrosia and X to mount the Chocobo. Try it out.
Where am I going? How far away am I going?
Well, you're going somewhere different, but I mean, you can try it out for a little bit now, right now, just to like go somewhere.
All right, let's see how this goes.
R2 gallop. R1 rein in. R3 dismount.
Ooh.
All right. Then once you're done, you have to go to the map to go to the next place. But you
Okay,
can ride them
what was dismount again?
R3.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they get the flock too, so she gets some.
But where's our third one?
The third one probably only comes out when we have a third person to help us out.
Okay. I don't want to put you in any danger, Ambrosia, so...
Do we have to kill that thing?
I don't think so.
It's just
I at first
kinda
thought
chilling.
he was kind of facing
Yeah.
off against us, but no.
Okay. Go to the map. And then start button. Yeah. And then a hideaway.
Where's Gav?
Okay, I'm still here. Sleepy boy.
I hear there's trouble in Rosetta.
Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
You match Ambrosia.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words?
We need to get
for
you a cool
old pal
patch.
Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
Sure, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
While the two nations beat their shields, the rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor.
That's a good way to put it.
They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the mother crystals. Four mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps.
Ah, smart, Clive.
There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rossfield.
Okay.
Lord Byron Rossfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait. Rossfield.
That would make you.
And you're a Rossfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start
Way
in
to
the
put it
world,
together,
but it was
Gaff.
his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
Huh? Let's do it. Take down another Mother Crystal. Freedom. Otto's counter is now open. Okay.
Do you want to do any like upgrading and shopping around stuff?
Maybe. New facilities. The following hideaway facilities are now available. Alliant Reports, the Patron's Whisper, the Hunt Board. All three are located near Otto in the Mess. Completing side quests available through Alliant Reports or defeating notorious marks found on the Hunt Board. Learn Clive Renown, inspiring nameless benefactors from across the Twins to donate money or items to Clive's cause. Visit Desiree at the Patron's Whisper in the Hideaway's Mess to view current renown levels and accept any donations available. Okay.
What are we waiting for, indeed?
First, I missed to check the reading table. For I was told to check it every time I get to the highway.
Ooh.
Right by another name. Forgive on my insistence on writing you these silly letters. Would that we had more time to speak to each other in person. But you should be reading this because it's chill.
But for every day we spend together, it feels as though we must suffer another two apart. I am gladdened to hear of your most unexpected reunion with Ambrosia, or should I say, Whiteheart. You told me once how your chocobo sacrificed herself to protect you that night at Phoenix Gate. And here, so many years later, we find she has spent her life doing the exact same thing, defending others. Some things never change, do they, Clive? Jill.
No, they don't, Jill.
Others weren't so lucky, though.
He does right.
Oh, Clive! Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
The Patron's Whisper? Does that mean someone else is taking care of our friend's donations?
Oh no, that's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought a new name might liven things up. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation the sender has specified are to be presented to you personally. Would you like to see if we have any? Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Completing side quests or defeating notorious marks will earn Clive Renown. Inspiring nameless benefactors. Okay, yeah. So we're already coming up. Talk of the Tea House. Your merry band of outlaws and its dashing deeds of daring do are all the talk amongst the ladies of the court. We have gathered together several items of worth that you might continue your gallantry. Heartstruck Dowager. Our order is one built on pride, but that does not mean we are too proud to give thanks where thanks is due. We may have failed Martha once, but never again. The Blood Axes.
Here you are.
Quite a name.
All done?
Yep.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Quick look.
Okay, your list is a little bare. Just, you know, work on that.
What's the matter, Nectar?
Is this Kupo?
The hunt board. It's where the curse breakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know?
Yes, that is the gamer, wanted to know. So I need your help, as I need to remind you, Kupo, I'm the mightiest of the Mughals. No fiend of the forest or ghoul of the green word. Whatever. So you just slay them all. Okay.
Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment, the people of Alastia are going through a lot already. Or with the blight and the war. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the curse breakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
Okay. Ooh, the Angel of Death. Won't
be long now, Martel. Sid, I was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yes, just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off. I took it
much
on.
better than our lemon tree in the backyard. Yeah,
seriously.
Well, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive.
Nice.
And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers, on account of all they do for the hideaway. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
Sure.
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Oh, thank you. She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some. Here you go. Martel apples, they're called, in honor of her memory. You hear that, Martel? Today's finally the day.
You two look like you could use something to eat. Here, courtesy of Martel.
And Clive's delivery of food continues.
Martel.
There's always a mission delivering food.
Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Course she was. An odd sort, that one. Loved plants more than people.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait.
These aren't those apples, are they?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so. Thank you, Sid.
Here, have an apple.
A gift from the backyard. For your service.
Loud thud for an apple. Okay, it's a basket he's dropped. Makes more sense.
Blimey, these take me back.
Impressed we had that in his pocket, though.
Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things.
These are good.
He'd nab them right from the branch, made Martel livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Yeah.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martels, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste.
Yep.
Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Sure, I've nothing better to do.
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
I'll do.
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards. The Cursebreakers send their thanks. And their compliments. They were clearly very fond of Martel.
They remembered her. After all these years. I suppose she was very kind, even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. You were one of the good ones, Martel. Why did you have to die?
Question for the
She put
ages.
everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough to enjoy. And now we do.
Something to always remember her by.
I named a sapling after her. And it's a full-grown tree. Martel lives on through the fruit it bears.
And through you. Her dream would have died with her, had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
Good job,
raise
Clive.
it really, but thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
By the way,
Yeah, you were kind of a dick back in the
Otto
day.
is expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not too much to ask.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for. They like your fruit, Martel. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think?
Damn blighted bilge.
Is everything all right?
Don't think so.
Aside from the holes in my hull, everything's roses.
All right, carry on then.
Lake water doesn't agree with it then.
That's one way of putting it. And unless you got some grand scheme to suck the black from the lake like we do in the atrium, that slurry will keep eating away at the timber like young Tech does our lemon tarts. Suppose a coat of pitch might stave off the rock for a moon or so, assuming we had any pitch, which we don't. Not any bloody more.
So I think you're happy about.
Cub's got more than a dozen runs left in him.
Of course, Obolus. Your skiff is our only means of reaching the mainland. Without it, we'd be lost.
Well, I'm glad someone round here sees it that way. To make pitch, you need pitch trees. But in case you haven't noticed, live trees are one of the 1,000 things sorely lacking in the Deadlands. Now, I'm not so unkind as to ask you to fell a faraway forest and lug the logs back here to the mere, which is why we'll be needing a suitable alternative. And it just so happens I once heard the thorny pitchers of Curltail Falls cover themselves in a sticky wax to trap birds and beetles and whatnot. Might be enough to tide me over.
Sticky wax.
Sounds
Got it.
easier than felling a faraway forest. That's for certain.
What's this thing?
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
It's dangerous for him.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia.
Aye.
I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, He has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
What does Torgal smell?
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
Revenge.
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past.
Yeah, now it's time to learn more about Joe.
If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
Good.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Make it a little more interesting than just Cloud's love interest. Don't go that way.
Come on.
Bloodlines.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Time to fight.
Is it?
Oh, cool. She can fight. Alright, but I don't want you to be in this.
R3 to dismount.
You deserve a rest.
No, get out of this. I don't like it.
Oof, that was nice.
Any sparkles? No, I don't want to fight you, birds. For the sake of Ambrosia, I will not fight you.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! I think we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Ooh.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befalls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. It would be a pity to make examples of you all for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
But not ours.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
I ain't got much, but what's mine is yours. For a price.
I understand that.
You passed the quest. But again. Oh, look to your left.
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen him, didn't you?
Yeah, they were real.
There was Black Shields. Can't say I ever saw one before.
I mean, they have black armor and black shields.
The village.
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere.
And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in like
Firebrand. So does your mom know about you and Joshua still possibly being alive? If she's searching?
Possibly.
How'd you get it?
Alright, so first destination is just nearby.
There we go.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits.
Okay, can't trust you.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out.
My wife thinks so, and I believe her.
Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that.
We're certainly not firebrands.
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you.
Okay, well, you can't trust the guy down there. Just know that.
And never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger.
We're here to help you,
Empire's a
liberate you.
harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission.
Yeah.
But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit.
Also,
this village will not become another East Pool.
Then we should be on our way.
it's also understandable. Not wanting to spirit people.
These people live with a knife to their throats.
Mm-hmm.
Cut the hand,
In the
person, the
mistaken
knife.
belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
Good girl.
I love the music for it too.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Ever since the apothecary, we've seen more
Come on,
and more
get
of
up.
these
Thank you.
echoes.
What do you think is waiting them? The mother crystals collapse?
You're not going to like it.
Rounds them all up nicely. And they fall.
Good work, Tor. Torgo must have treats.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Nope, that's the way I came, I think.
Yep. Yeah, this is just not a good place for your steed. Yeah, some more places to explore at some point.
Get him!
Die, falling bug.
Don't touch my dog.
That's just the pet I didn't give him belly rubs. Good job, Jill.
Good job, Jill. Your aim has improved. I appreciate that.
Goblin coin. Cool. What's up, dudes? Black shields.
More of my mother's men.
Ooh, nice. Way to freeze him, Jill.
Thank you, Jill. Appreciate you.
Yeah, piss Torgo off. You can big growl.
Okay, no other chest or anything.
Okay. There we go.
Get him! Go to him! Get him! Go to him! Get him!
Across that bridge.
Yep. I just trying to see if there's any other things. Oh, that's a good sign.
Blood, Clive.
No shit,
Thanks, Jill.
I thought it was paint. Ooh, Torgo's already found them.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
Oh no, you're gonna give us a spanking? Ooh, kill that wizard.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel.
Hey, he's got reason to not like
Why
them.
then? We owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn.
Oh, can you stop with the lasting dawn?
Our swords we swear.
Self-righteous prick.
Say that again. I'll show you a true sheet of Rosaria.
Yeah. Oof. Blew that dude up.
To say I have a lot of pent-up hostility and rage toward them would be an understatement. You know, I expected more of a fight out of you guys.
For all the shit they talked.
Yeah, seriously.
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message.
So they knew it was Sid, or, you know, what they think is Sid.
Your
Clive.
friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordil. Guardians of the Flame.
Alright. We lied. It's not gonna be quick.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave you there.
I know the gate's right there, but sparkles.
Sparkles! Sunshine sparkles.
Find something, boy.
I'd say so. Death.
Death.
And those who brought it.
Found her.
Oh my god.
Wonder how long they've been left out there for. Oh my god.
This was my mother's doing.
She's so sick.
Mm-hmm.
But why? Why would anyone?
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
It's truly gone mad.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it.
Pretty sure Jill's gonna end it.
Or just end her.
We should go.
Yeah.
Rather than like the madness. I mean, there comes a point at which you can't understand somebody this sadistic.
Mm-hmm.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
Probably
approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
Didn't happen to come by way of Oldhill, did you? Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the docks just the other day. The next morn, you couldn't see the sun for all the ravens.
Damn.
I did, Mummy! I could hear him shouting from down the road.
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
You find no succor to the South Travellers, nor beyond the Buet. The Empire has seen fit to banish us from our own land.
Don't go thinking you'll find refuge in the houses outside Port Isolde. The place is a wretched hive of thieves and blackguards.
That's exactly where we want to go to. Take care of them.
Yeah. Give me the black cards.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, maybe
Yeah,
now.
I think you can summon her now. Oh, of course, no, I think Stacey's thing up the road, but whatever. At least we get the summon in the...
Oh, it's like those fancy like killer flowers. That's it.
Yeah, oh, yeah, they're fine. You don't have any beef with you.
Don't create beef with us,
Mm-hmm.
and we can have no beef.
The Lazarus.
No beef Clive, that's what they call us.
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better.
It's not a race, Jill.
That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
This is where I leave you.
Yeah, Whiteheart's like, I'm out.
Have mercy. Voice-rinsed dogs they are. You can't ignore us forever.
Let us in or we'll die on your doorstep.
Better out there.
They don't care.
Fuck off. Chinless bastards. Those crystals belong to us all. I said, where were you, filth?
Back to your stalls.
Cut you down where you stand. Just try it.
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus.
Ah, Lazarus tunnels. Cool name.
We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned.
Yeah, we're gonna find ghosts.
Do you think
Spooky
it's
stuff.
safe?
The undead. Risen, like Lazarus.
As long as it is abandoned.
Black light burns. Burns, baby, burns.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
Thank God it wasn't a curtain.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Buckley's being silly.
Yeah, she is.
Not abandoned then.
Hello.
Oi! Visitors!
That's how you treat visitors? With your rusty ass steel?
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
I think they got a lot more friends.
Or not.
Fighting it is then. Short work.
I love that move in the fire.
Yeah, it's great. Definitely my favorite move.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died. Huh?
Maybe drop your axe before you come in for a hug. Hey!
Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us.
Nice. Little to the Rossfields.
Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
No flashback? I don't remember Sir Wade.
We can speak inside.
I don't either.
I'm sure he was there at the party.
Hmm.
The feast beforehand.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas,
So that's what they call us, the Guardians of the
there is
Flame.
only
So we
so
thought we were part
much
of
a
this group.
handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant.
Good. You got some help now. Reinforcements.
Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool.
No offense taken. We really didn't like her. anyways.
And since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Yeah, she's looking for you and Joshua.
Mm-hmm.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge. Then so do we. Make ready. This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I don't think you can say no.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
In the flesh. Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
The ball's on him.
So Wade.
Still huge on Sir
The
Wade.
bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest. Very good. Now make ready for battle. As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace.
Justice.
Putting an end to the Black Shields.
Yeah.
And so we shall.
Yes, we shall, beautiful. Throughout the main scenario, Clive will often be joined by various companions who are taken to lend their assistance. However, depending on Clive's destination, they may choose to remain behind at the hideaway. Okay.
Okay. I've been a bit greedy and played for a long time, so
It's okay.
play now.
All right, so we're staying here. Do I have enough abilities? Ooh, I do have enough abilities. This, no, so close. Sorry, didn't mean to bump you.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village, we tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Sorry, excuse me.
Sideways.
Don't run you over.
Bastards.
Hanging out on the road, not the best.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
Let's kick their ass. So I command.
What is it now? I told you! We bear a message for the Vicereine. From
Like
the Guardians of the Flame. Ha! You presume to tell us
I do.
that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields?
Dude, Torgo could kick your ass
Then
just himself.
come,
As could Jill.
die along
Yeah.
with your flame.
I think that was assumed. I mean, she's an icon.
For Azaria!
For Azaria!
For Azaria!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
Hey! How's it doing up there? You guys okay? Toro still manages to get some.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their battles for them.
Go for it! Stay down! Attack!
Nice try.
dragons. Worms. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't.
Ah, awesome.
This one. Over here. Get him. Over here. Over here. This one.
They're just baby wyverns, but still.
Good job, beautiful. Ooh, here comes a big guy.
Stand, albeit a misguided one.
So you say.
Mm-hmm.
In taking it, you have but proven our point. That
That your men are weak?
land is in dire need of cleansing.
We're agreed on that, but, you know, cleansing of the Blackguard. Surprised the dude can like still swing that.
I mean, he's a big dude, weighted down by a lot of armor.
There you go. It's gonna remind you of that. Good memory.
I wasn't sure if I could do it while I was still in the tornado, so
Yeah.
like that was.
Yep, as long as those 2 bars below your health are full, you can do it. Oh, you picked the wrong time to enter the battle, dude. Oh! Because you get perfect parry, you could like, it froze time. We don't do that bunch. So it's like what the hell's going on?
So did I. I thought for a second I was dead.
No. Still not charged. Oh, there you go. That's charged. Oh! Good job, beautiful.
It was satisfying to end on like the punches.
Yeah.
That is sometimes like when we have all the special abilities, they look so cool, but I don't get the satisfaction of like button smashing to just beat the hell out of them. And like for the Black Knights, that's satisfying. A lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate
That's might
it.
enjoy that one.
I did. Very
I
much.
don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
Don't talk too soon.
It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
For a while. Good.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well.
No, she won't.
Yeah.
Swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again.
You need to take out your mom.
Yep.
I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will.
You answered your own question.
For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die. And her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows.
Yep.
Where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience. Especially since you're famously dead.
I don't have to
Famously
think of a
dead.
way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter.
The seal?
It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
Seal obtained.
Okay, nice.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it.
No, don't want to kill your men.
If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
Rossfield Manor.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Alright, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine
Quite an
my
axe.
surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit.
Come on, you can see it. You can see your brother in there.
Clive Rossfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue.
This is my mime sword.
You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod.
Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
He's gone daffy.
Now you see the little boy.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Curse
jeez.
thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou
Oh, their
plague
little,
me
like-
still?
Their game.
Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge.
Oh, he's crooning.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. Oh, you always always were fond of that scene from The Saint and the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford.
Finally, a little bit of happiness.
So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster?
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us, then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew
Exactly.
still lived.
He's seen the impossible.
I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Sir Crandall's of Camelot.
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing.
Hey, not being a great liar, not a bad thing.
Yeah, welcome to the club, Clive.
You're hard on your sleep, buddy.
I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw.
It's what circumstances made him. It's what people need it.
Mistaken would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first?
Yeah.
Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass.
Awesome. Oh, what's wrong with Jill?
This will be fun.
Jill, this is a happy time.
Yeah, Jill, what's going on with you?
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she? Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days.
Which is good news, Jill.
Something on your mind?
I mean, she's so subtle about it.
You have a lot on her mind.
Monsters.
Yeah, there's that word. She get.
When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice.
So you were the monster.
Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could.
So I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused.
It's understandable. I mean, it's felt like you had no other choice. It's just
And
either way,
before I knew,
innocent people were gonna die.
I no longer felt anything. Anything at all.
Well, you had to.
Yeah, feeling would have hurt too much.
I had become a monster.
No.
Jill.
You were a survivor.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
We'll do it together.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Okay, go here and then see. Here be monsters.
Only the Founder knows what
You
awaits
should've
us in
been
the
in
Iron
paradise.
Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
So getting more of Jill's backstory, which was kind of what we wanted to give her some more depth, her character, and yeah, just because like you knew something was going on more there. Like she was so withdrawn at times, and really like her and Clive don't show like too much emotion. I mean, Clive we've seen more from obviously just because like of the intense trauma and everything that he's gone through, and like so we've seen more of his like anguish than Jill's, which I feel like is this story is setting up that we're gonna see Jill go through some shit. But yeah, so like I'm glad that we're getting more of Jill.
I think as terrifying as it is, it's really healthy for Jill to say that she's got to face what she went through.
Yeah.
Before she can really fully live on her own terms. Because if she doesn't face it, then she's not going to be on her own terms. The guilt or the shame or, the fear will control her. All that being said, the unhealthy aspect of it is referring to herself as a monster. I'm sure she did some terrible things, but a monster would want to do that, would enjoy doing it, would seek out opportunities to do it. She was a victim. Her doing the terrible things doesn't negate the fact that she was a victim because she was coerced to do it.
Yeah. And just nice seeing more allies by Clive's side. Like even though we didn't remember Sir Wade, just seeing them like just get inspired by his return. And then the uncle was great.
Yeah, the uncle's fantastic. And I love how Clive identified himself to the uncle by reverting back to his childhood game with his uncle that he played. And that was such a moving scene.
Yeah, to the play they did together and like or acted out together. And it reminded me of Big and the moment when Tom Hanks' character Josh has to like prove that who he is, that he's like, actually Josh grown up into like a an adult body, and so he's trying to tell his best friend, and then he does his little their little song together, shimmy shimmy cocoa pop, shimmy shimmy rock, shimmy shimmy cocoa pop. It's the same thing. It's like a ridiculous thing to be doing, and at first I thought I'm like, is Clive trying to get out of this by acting all crazy so that he I don't know, just disarm him at first? I was a little confused there, but then when they flash back to him as a kid, I was like, oh, okay, but I got it.
When he drew out the pantomime sword in my head, immediately I was like, oh, this is play.
Mm.
And obviously he had a fondness for his uncle because despite how terrible his mother has become, he felt like his uncle was still going to be a person that they could turn to. So yeah, I didn't understand immediately when he got into position, but as soon as he pulled out a pantomime sword, I was like, oh, this is a game. He's trying to show him a game that only they would know.
I thought he was going to try to do show off the Phoenix, the power of the Phoenix, because that's how other guys recognized him. So he pulled out the pantomime sword. I was just like, okay. At first I thought it was a play, and then when he went up to the sky, I'm like, is he trying to summon the Phoenix, but he can't because there's a ward here, like a magical ward that stops iconic abilities or something. So I started to get really convoluted.
See, I thought at first, but when he was getting into position and he kind of put his hand over here, I thought too that he was going to draw out a Phoenix feather or show a Phoenix power.
Yeah.
But then as soon as it became a sword, that's what clued me in.
Okay, nice. We got our Chocobo.
Yeah, Chocobo. Ambrosia,
yeah, that was great.
Oh.
I mean, this was like the reunion episode. Just so many reunions here. Tough to see Gav. He's staying in good spirits, but you can tell he's hurting. Yeah, I mean the loss of Sid and the hideaway, the original hideaway and everything, is tough, and not being able to be brought on this mission. So I'm a little worried about Gav. I hope that we can check on him and make sure that he's doing all right. But yeah, being able to get Ambrosia, and a lot of times you just ride it for a couple seconds and then you have to jump off of it because you have to fight something. But still, it's fun.
It was crazy for all of the happy things that we got in this between the uncle and Ambrosia.
Mm-hmm.
There were some really horrifying aspects of this playthrough. I mean, just coming upon that village of it. I mean, that was... I know that this was going to deal with some horrifying stuff. I mean, obviously we'd seen what happened to the abbot and all.
Yeah.
But seeing everybody strung up like that was a horror I had not anticipated.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was even horrific going to the abbot and seeing all of the bearers.
Yeah.
Fighting until they couldn't fight anymore and they turned into dust and so that was horrifying, and I'm like, oh man, this just keeps getting darker and darker. And so it was nice that they put in some lighthearted moments in there to break it up, because it is very heavy. Just this purge and this just
cullings,
yeah, genocide, whatever that they're doing, it's horrific. So it's really heavy. Can't wait to have Clive's mom get what's coming to her. Be interested to see what happens with that though, because I mean she does have a son, and so I wonder if that's gonna be what stops. I feel like Jill's gonna spare her because Jill doesn't want to be a monster and wants to be better than her. So I feel like Jill's gonna spare her. I mean, lock her up, yeah, put her in a prison, fine, but I don't think she's gonna kill her.
I think that honestly depends on, what is it, Annabelle? No, not Annabelle. Annabella?
Yeah, I don't know Clive's mom.
Clive's mom. I think it really depends on Clive's mom. I think for Jill's sake, Jill might not want to kill her because I'm getting the impression Jill doesn't want to take a life anymore, which I completely respect. Unfortunately, I think they're living in a world in which that may not be the best option in given circumstances. For example, those black shields. Letting them live, while it might make me feel all warm and fuzzy inside for not taking a life, I don't feel like it was the best option.
Agreed.
I fully support Clive taking them to task. So it'll be interesting to kind of see where this goes with Jill. I feel like we're about to enter a very dark next playthrough, kind of getting her backstory. I also think because she is so protective of children, and because children is how they ultimately got her to do what she did, if Clive's mom is threatening children, I think that can make her rethink her definition of a monster. Like, definition of a monster may not just be as simplistic as somebody who takes a life, but it might, in fact, be somebody who takes a life for the right reasons, is in fact not a monster. And if Clive's mom threatens the lives of children, and it's a choice of her or them, I do think Jill will make the decision to end her. I forget which character it was that we ran into who said it, but they were basically talking about, like, you know, fighting the good fight, essentially. And we called it out at the time, but I think when you are living in... Was it Joshua?
Joshua's like, oh yeah, well, is this all worth it and everything? Like, I mean, Wade kind of said it too. Wade was talking about the fact of, like, you know, oh, it's really tough. Like, you know, I wonder if the Rosaria is gone, but like, we're going to keep fighting it.
And I just, like, I think that's really important. Obviously, we want our heroes to win, but we also want our heroes to stay heroes. Mm-hmm. And fighting the good fight is what makes them heroic. And even if that good fight doesn't wind up prevailing, which, I mean, I expect it to and I hope it will, but the fact of the matter is they're not letting the dark and terrible world that they live in change them and make them less than the people that they are capable of being. And I think that is the reason to fight the good fight, even if the good fight doesn't seem like it will prevail.
Yeah, and like fighting the good fight when you when there doesn't seem like hope and it seems like the odds are stacked against you, and it's easier just to give up and give in, and like, you know, the townspeople said, put your head down. Like, now they don't have iconic abilities and everything like that, so I'm not like blaming them for that. They're not trained soldiers, but so those that like do have the ability to fight and the training to fight and the, you know, special talents to fight, you know, for something better, even if it seems like it's an impossible task, that's what makes a hero.
And on that note, you don't have to have iconic abilities. Look at Martha.
Yeah. Martha
is a normal person who sees a wrong being done and spends every day trying to right it.
And she's definitely a hero.
So, you know, obviously if you have iconic abilities, it makes it perhaps a bit easier. Also might put some more pressure on you.
Yeah, true.
But if you're an everyday person and you see wrong and you stand up to it, that's heroic, whether it's on a small scale or a large scale.
Well said. Yeah, exactly. I mean, she helped the bears that she could. And, you know, and even though it ended up like the way it did, she still was helping people for a long time. I think she's going to continue to help people.
And they went out fighting to help her in the Abbot.
Exactly.
I mean, they were a community. And that's the thing, right? Like, it's people helping each other and fighting for each other.
And they kind of went to what Sid wanted for them, is they died the way they died well. They died the way they wanted to.
On their own terms.
On their own terms, and fighting for what they believed in instead of like being someone's slave and just dying because, you know, and she was just a little girl, and, you know, she didn't know any better, and this just was the way she was taught. But like, instead of dying for like a little kid that just makes you use magic until you die. And then like, because she thinks you're like a toy that's replaceable. So yeah. And on that happy note, let us know what you thought about this down below in the comments. And thanks so much for watching our Final Fantasy 16 playthrough, but just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.